What up, y'all? I am out here with Dakota and Kat,
Chunky,
and
by the way.
or Chunky, excuse me. I was corrected, and we are standing out here in front of her birthday present that Chunky and I got her. And I'm going to turn the camera around and show you. You're going to laugh because you can't miss this.
Thunder, feel the thunder, lightning and the thunder, thunder, feel the thunder.
It's an 11-foot tall cat with a moving head. I don't know if you guys can see this, but the eyes actually blink. Let's see if you can see. The eyes are blinking, so it would work at night. The only small problem we have is the wind. The wind is trying to gather him a little bit, but he's standing up for the foremost. And I literally have him running off of my batteries through my rig to keep him blown up. His tail moves and his head moves. His head rotates back and forth. The wind will grab him every now and then, and it's like he's got a broken leg backwards. Chunky's got to go fix him. Will you stop molesting that cat? Oh, no comment? Okay.
He liked
it. So that's what I got Kat for her birthday, and I thought she is in love with cats, and everything she has is cat, and I just thought that would be the perfect gift for her. So Chunky and I picked it up for her. Okay. Do you like your kitty cat?
Yes, Puddin'. Thank you, Puddin'.
Well, you
I'm
don't...
not the crazy cat lady, I swear.
No, she's not a crazy...
Everything cat.
Well...
Be clear.
Okay, she's not a crazy cat lady. She's not. She just loves cats. And there's people who love dogs. There's people who love cats. She's the one that loves the cats. Chunky likes cats, too. He has Tar Baby. She has Stormy and Sunny. And, well, he has the one from the spawn from hell.
No, that's her cat.
No, that's your cat.
No, it's not.
He keeps threatening to put Leo in my rig because Leo is the spawn of hell.
We'll include a picture of Leo in this trailer.
Yeah, no, well, yeah.
I still have that picture.
Okay, you have the picture. I think I still have it on my messenger. But Leo is a spawn from hell. And that's where I got all these from. And I'm trying to get healed up from that. Leo is the spawn from hell. But, oh, yeah. And I got to show you what I made for Kat and Dakota. I'm going to walk back here. So I made that for Kat because she's from Ohio, so it's Buckeye Kitty, which looks really good. And her truck's name, since he's red, he's a darker red, his name is Clifford. And
Buckeye Kitty. On my channel.
Yeah, go check her channel out. It's Buckeye Kitty. And then over here, I made this for Chunky's Bravada because his Bravada's name is Brittany. And he said he didn't want one. And the thing is, his mom was here when we had talked about it. He said he wanted one. And then he's like, I didn't want it to be that big. Well, it's not that big. It's tiny. But it's, I'm Brittany, bitch. And look, it's right by her hole. Her Midwest rust hole. And I also tagged him with me. But yeah, I like to.
Hey.
Does it always do that when you lock it?
Sometimes.
He does that on purpose. You do that on purpose.
Not the last time. This time, yeah.
Oh, okay. No, yeah. Well, the other video you did it on purpose too, because it went meh, meh. I said you do it on purpose, and you looked at me like,
No, that last
no.
one was not me, actually.
He likes to bullshit a shitter, and you can't bullshit a shitter. You can't bullshit a bullshitter. So anyway, you guys leave comments about Brittany in the comment section. This is the only Bravada I know of. It's Oldsmobile Bravada.
It still runs.
And it still runs. Does it run really good?
It's had better days.
It's had better days.
It was hers.
Yeah. But it still runs. That's the important thing.
Do they need proof?
No, probably not, but
Watch it cough and die.
She go. Yep, she started up. She still runs. I still like Clifford. Clifford's sexy. You know why Clifford's sexy? Because he is a Ford F-150. Him and Betty should have kids. Yeah, Clifford and Betty should have children, and they should have little white ones, so that way we could have red, white, and blue Fords. I think that would be awesome.
That's on the list of things to do.
All right, y'all. You guys want to wave at everybody? Tell everybody bye.
Ciao.
This is that cat that I got. Cat. And I didn't realize it lit up at night. That's kind of cool. But you can see its eyes blinking. And its head rotates. That's just freaking cool. That is just freaking cool. Okay, I had to show that to you guys. That's what it looks like at nighttime. I just think that is sick as hell. I didn't realize it lit up. What up, y'all? We just got done making that cake video, and I'm getting ready. I have to run into town to get some Doritos, but I wanted to show you something. I had bought something new. I don't know if you guys know this, but I bought a pair of Tony Llamas. And yeah, they look like old people's shoes, but I wanted to show you something about these shoes that are pretty freaking cool. Not only does it feel like you're walking on air, and I am not getting endorsed by Tony Llama at all. I've heard about these shoes from a lot of people, said they are the most comfortable thing you ever put on your feet, and they really are. But there's one thing that they don't tell you when you buy a pair of Tony Llamas. So I'm going to turn the camera around and I'm going to show you. And you guys are going to either laugh your ass off or think I'm retarded, one of the two, and I don't care which one you think. So, I got the Tony Llama on my foot. And you notice right now that I got the back of it down underneath my foot. Well, us in the South, we call this two-wheel drive. So we got our shoes in two-wheel drive. You pull the back of it up, put it behind your foot, now you're in four-wheel drive. I don't know if y'all ever do that before, but I've been doing that since I was knee-high to the grasshopper, and that's how we wear shoes. But if you guys ever get a chance to buy a pair of these Tony Llamas, dude, I'm telling you right now, it feels like I'm walking on air. There's so much cushion in the bottom of these. I never thought in a million years I'd ever buy a pair of shoes that look like Grandpa's. But holy shit, these things are comfortable as hell. And anyway, but yeah, that's what I wanted to show you. Four-wheel drive, two-wheel drive. And then back to four-wheel drive. So this is the thing we used to do. I don't know if anybody else has ever done it. If you guys have done this, let me know in the comments.
Alright, y'all. I hope you enjoyed the video so far. I usually don't put personal shit in here, but I just want to ask you out there that do pray. I got my daughter a dog right after I had gotten my dog Dixie, and I have Dixie's pictures right back there. And most of you know that Dixie passed away, and it was a real rough time. And my daughter had to take her dog to the vet today, and I had to try to make the appointments and stuff to get that done. And she got her to the vet, or got Tonka to the vet. Tonka is a Chihuahua. She called me last night, and she was just mortified. She was crying. She hadn't stopped crying. And she said that she was dealing with, Tonka wasn't wanting to eat. He was puking all the time, and he was trying to hide. Well, right before everything happened with Dixie, Dixie would hide underneath the couch and she wouldn't come out. But Dixie was also puking black, which means she was puking blood. Dixie's organs shut down, and that's what happened with her. I don't like talking about it because it's a very sensitive subject with me. But, so I asked my daughter yesterday, what was Tonka puking? She said it was just dog food. So I said, have you changed his dog food lately? And she said, yes. So to make a long story short, she took him to the vet this morning. The vet said the reason why he was puking was probably because of the change in the dog food. I always fed my dog's pedigree. I know some of you will disagree with me and you want to go all natural and stuff. Any dog I've ever had, I've always fed my dog's pedigree. And I know there's going to be people that argue about what I fed them. But it always worked. I've never had any issues with the pedigree. I've never had any issues with my animals feeding them pedigree or anything like that. And I know there's all the glucose, whatever, free and color free and all that. Dogs can't see colors anyway. I think it's more so we think it's appetizing for them, and that's why they put all the colors and the little shapes and all that shit in there. Anyway, she said the vet had told Gabby that the lady that she's staying with, she has 2 other dogs, and then Tonka. So Gabby has Tonka with her, and evidently the one dog had attacked Tonka and bit him on the rear of his spine towards his butt. Well, the vet seems to think that something happened with one of the discs, and there's too much swelling to tell. So they're going to find out. There's a good chance that Tonka may lose his back legs. He may become paralyzed from about midway back. If you guys could you say a prayer for my daughter and her dog? It would mean a lot to me. I'm very concerned for my daughter because Gabby with Tonka was like me with Dixie. And after Dixie had passed away, my daughter came and stayed with me for a week. I know you guys are going to think this is strange, but I think I cried for like a month because Dixie helped me in more ways than just being a pet. Those of you who don't have pets probably don't understand this, but your pets are family. They are meaningful to you. And Dixie helped me out of a lot of really dark places. And if it weren't for her, I wouldn't be here today. And I mean, literally, I would not be here today if it wasn't for my dog. So those of you who do understand about pets helping people out, there's a decal that's out that I've seen, and I think I'm going to start making some. It says, who saved who? So, and if you really think about that, when you go get an animal from an animal shelter, or if you go and you find someone who's being cruel to an animal and you save that animal, you're not saving them, they're saving you. Because, or it could be both. Like I said, I'm not good with my words, but when I first got Dixie, my ex-wife wanted her. And I said, the only way you can get her is if I get to name her. And I always wanted a dog named Dixie because I'm from Georgia. And so I ended up getting her, but she ended up being my dog. And I don't believe in coincidences. We went and looked at her on November 1st of 2008. November 15th of 2008 is when I had my accident. And we got Dixie in the middle of December. It was like 6 or 7 weeks later, after November 1st, after she was born, is when we picked her up. I don't believe in coincidences. I believe that Dixie was brought to me for a reason. And like I said, Dixie saved my life. I don't come out and tell a lot of people this, and I know I'm probably going to get people to make fun of me or whatever. I don't give a shit. The night that I found out what was going on with my ex-wife and stuff like that, I took Dixie, my gun, and everything, and I left the house. I don't remember anything from shutting the front door of my house to where Dixie's paw was trying to pull the gun out of my mouth and my buddy's driveway that was 5 miles away. That's the last thing I remembered. That's the first thing I remember when I came out of whatever blackout I was in, was Dixie pulling my hand away because the gun was in my mouth and she was literally trying to pull my hand down. I'll probably get shit for that. And I know there's going to be trolls out there that are going to be, well, you should have blowed your head off. You know what? You guys can fuck off. But what Dixie did that night was save my life. Now, I try to do what I can and try to save everybody else's life. Sorry, had a text message come through. Dixie saved my life. And now I have music playing. Hold on. And I can't stop it. Dixie saved my life. Those of you who have pets or family members that know what I'm talking about, it will hit you, and it will hit you here. Then when her job was up, where she had saved me and got me out of that really dark area, I was in a very bad place. And if it wasn't for her, I would have never got out of it. So when her time was up, God came and got her and took her away from me. And it still hurts. Yesterday, when my daughter called, I thought I was going to have to go through it again, because she was telling me the only difference between yesterday and when Dixie died is Dixie was puking up the black stuff, which was blood, and Tonka was puking up dog food. That was the only main difference. But there is something about explaining to your daughter that you may have to prepare yourself to put your dog down. That is something I never thought I would have to do. That's something I never wanted to do. And I love my daughter. I love my daughter more than anything in this world. I love my kids, all of them, more than anything in the world. But that was one thing I never thought I would have to talk to her about or try to prepare her for. And that's something that was real hard for me to do yesterday. But as it is right now, the only thing that we know right now is that he might end up being paralyzed from the waist back, or whatever you want. I don't know how you do it on animals, but it's like he got attacked from the spine, and that's all we know. They're going to wait for the swelling to go down. And the doctor said that you cannot do surgery because the surgery is not going to do any good. And it will just cost a shit ton of money for nothing. So at least the doctor or the vet was very honest about talking about that. So if you guys could, if you guys say prayers, please do. I just threw some of these video clips together to put this in here, and then I wanted to put this in. Those of you who have fur babies, I feel for you, that help you through whatever you go through, whether it be a cat or a dog or a ferret or whatever. Animals are very healing when you're not right, and they do help. There's a lot of people out there, like right after Dixie had died, someone had came to me and said, "Oh, your dog dying is nothing like a human dying." You know what? You guys can fuck off, because the thing is it is the same. When an animal is so close to you that that animal is family, and that animal helps you keep from killing yourself, and that animal helps you through the very deepest, darkest depths that you've ever been through. If you guys would have known me from 2010 to 2015, you would see a very angry, and somebody would just have to spot out the wrong word to me, and I would get in their face, and I would literally want to fucking just hit them or kill them. And thanks to Dixie, I didn't. I don't know. I can't explain why animals help us the way they do. All I know is I'm grateful to God that I had the time with my baby that's back there, that I did. And those of you who have animals, please just be kind to your animals, and know that you didn't save them, they're saving you. So I just want to put that in there. I love you guys. Be kind to one another, love one another, and live life to the fullest, because tomorrow's not promised. And just love everybody and love everything, because God created animals, and they are God's creatures. And don't mistreat an animal in front of me, because I'll fucking pound the shit out of you. Have a great day. Make sure it's a puddintastic day. I love you all, and I love you. Oh, I'm sorry. Anyway, God be with you, everybody. God bless each and every one of you, and I'll talk to you later. Have a great day.
So put your drinks up for the weekend, 'cause them